Hey Bookwormies, welcome back to my channel and welcome to reading the Zodiac Academy series part 2.
Okay, let's go.
Because I just literally just look, English is not Englishing. I just finished finished doing the outro for part 1. So if you guys have not watched part 1, go watch that and then come back. I'll wait here. You're back? Great. How was it? Good? Perfect. We are going to be continuing. So in part 1, since you guys have clearly watched it, I read books 1 through 5.5 of Zodiac Academy. This is non-spoilers. I also read like one book from another series and then I just gave up. You guys have all seen that. That was a non-spoiler vlog. This is also going to be a non-spoiler vlog. But as the same as with part 1, I will have segments that I will have where I'll put this timestamps over here and I'll be like, go to this part. You don't want any spoilers, and then I'll yap spoilers. Okay, so we'll have segments of spoilers, but most of this vlog will be non-spoilers. So yeah, so this is for the fans that have already read Zodiac Academy and for the ones that haven't. So you have everything over here. We're giving you all the choices. So yeah, I have actually started a little bit of book 6, which is Fated Throne. I'm 1% actually through it, and I'm really not that far. Guys, I'm scared as fuck because we all know how book 5 ended. Book 6, I'm scared. I'm scared because I've seen what people say about the rest of this series, and it's giving I will be crying myself to sleep every time I finish one of these books. Or when I'm in the middle of them, or at the start. You never know. Anyways, that's the idea. I will come back to you guys later though for actual yaps about my thoughts on the book because I'm only 1% through Fated Throne, so I do not have I have barely any thoughts currently going on in this head. So I will update you guys tomorrow probably with an update, but this is just the intro. So yeah, anyways, sit down, grab a drink, grab a snack, and let's get to reading. Hey Bookwormies, so I'm finally updating you guys. I feel like I haven't talked to you guys in so long because the day before yesterday, I didn't talk to you guys because I was just like feeling really sick because I do have a cold, which love that for myself. Love that. That is so fun. That is so great. Just let's just not talk about that issue. But now we are here for an update. I'm still reading Fated Throne. I'm halfway through it almost. There's been so much that has been happening. This book I feel like is starting to become one of my favorites. There's a lot of struggles, there's a lot of like things going on, but it's just like in terms of plot, it's plotting. There's like in terms of that, because I feel like in the other books we are a lot more character focused because it's important to build the characters so we start to love them. I feel like that's very important specifically through what we are going now. Like if you're not connected to the characters, you're not going to give a damn about anything. So I see sort of what the authors were trying to do with like first let's build the characters and then we'll get into the nitty-gritty of the plot. And since we are in the second half of the series, we are specifically focusing a lot more on the plot, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm loving it, honestly. Like seeing everybody, there's a lot of shit that's going on right now. I remember I wanted to tell you guys a bunch yesterday and I kind of forgot what exactly I wanted to yap about. Like I know what's going on in the book, I mean, like I just don't remember what exactly I wanted to talk about, but a lot of like thoughts I have are spoiler thoughts, so I want to try to first air out all of the non-spoiler stuff that I can talk about before I get into the spoilers. But non-spoiler, I'm really enjoying the characters. I'm really loving seeing everything right now. Like, it's sad. There's like parts of it where it just got really, really, really bad. Specifically, the last book, it was just getting really like, what the fuck kind of idea. This book, it was like that for a lot of the book. Now it's getting a little bit more like, okay, maybe I'll survive today. Maybe I'll survive, but I'm still so unsure how we are going to fix or like solve some of the issues that are going on right now. Like I'm like, what are you guys gonna do about it? Like I don't see a direct like path to save everything and get everything going, like I'm only seeing things to a certain extent. And like, oh my god, like being in this one character's head is like at the start of the book specifically, I felt like it was like I knew why they were thinking this one way, but it still messed me up. I was like, oh my god, like because we were in their head before, we have been in their head before, but never in this way where I'm like, oh my god, why? Because like I know why they're feeling that way, but it's just so hard to be in that mind, in that headspace. And that was like I don't know, like just being in their specific headspace is very hard because you can see that they're going through a lot. But yeah, I'm still really, really enjoying the book. I love the characters, and guys, if you know, you know, but like I need them, bro. There's just so many things. I need to talk a little bit of spoilers. So for those people that do not want any spoilers, go over here. You're gone? Okay, good. Guys, the thing where like Lance came back from the Darkmoor Penitentiary and now he's like stuck just being on house arrest, and then Darcy going to see him, but not for like what you want to be, and then it's like this whole thing where he like it's messing me up so much. It's messing me up so much because I'm like, oh my god, you guys were like literally in love like 2 books ago, and now you can't even look him in the eye. And like I'm so Darcy on this, like, bro. Orion needs to grovel. Like, I need to see him groveling on the ground and beg her to come back, because that's the only way I see it. But it's just like, because they're like my all-time favorite couple. I need to see them back together. If I don't see them back together some point, I will actually want to die. But the thing is, people say that like books 5 through 9, maybe it's an exaggeration, I don't know, but like that Darcy is like depressed and shit like that. And like, thing is, does that mean that she does not get back with Lance until the end of everything? Until, like, is he gonna be on house arrest forever and shit like that, and he's never gonna confess until the end of book 9? Like, I'm so confused. Like, what is going on? Or is she just gonna be, like, depressed because Tori is still the guardian of Alina? Also, that whole thing, wow, what the freak? And then, like, them, like, trying twice the entire gang to, like, bring Tori back. And, like, the second time it finally started working, but then Tori being, like, deathly scared of Darius. And like, because that thing with Lionel where he like messed her up and like caused her like to associate fear with Darius, insane, because I was just like, what the freak? Like, no, absolutely not. Like, that was very hard for me to read, where she was like deathly scared of him, and like Max having to go through all of those like emotions and all those thoughts and like sort them out and like show her that like those emotions, like, bro, I never realized the extent of his powers, you know? Like, I sort of knew the idea that he could manipulate their emotions and like make them feel calm and stuff like that, but I didn't realize that he could go and like sort them out, like do this whole thing. Like, I didn't realize how powerful he was, truly. Like, I realized he was powerful, but not to that certain extent, you know? But that whole thing, wow, that was actually kind of insane. But we can, and like then later on, Darius taking Tori off to like a date in like the mortal world and like let them have a tiny bit of a reprieve is just so yes. And then the tattoo, actually insane. I love that. I love that. Those are just like some, like, that is like a sweet moment. But like, I'm waiting for Lance and Darcy. But guys, I'm really scared to continue this book, but I am going to continue. But first, I do have to get through a few more school things. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys probably tomorrow with a bigger update. But yeah, those are all my thoughts. Anyways, bye. Hey, Bookwormies, my hair looks like shit because I washed it, but I didn't heat style it, so I need to go do that because, guys, with this short hair, you can't go and just not heat style it, especially with the bangs. I can tell you that much. Like the one thing is that these are high maintenance. They do not look good just like this. I will go later and style them, but for now, you're just gonna have to deal with this. Also, my voice sounds so, like, hoarse, if you know what I mean by that. And, like, it's just been so bad the entire day, like, I don't know. I hate being sick. I just hope I will not be sick. Like, in the next few days, I hope it will all heal up and I'll be okay. I did, like, take a spoonful of honey because my throat is, like, so... it's like I have the urge to cough a lot, and I am, and then afterwards my voice feels very raw. If you know what I mean. Anyways, let's get away from all that TMI about my health and, like, how I'm literally sick and I hate myself for that. Because, like, even though it's not my fault, it's just my immune system hates me. It decided not to fight off and just, let me live this life, which is amazing. Anyways, what did I want to talk about? So I am actually, let's see how far I am through Fated Throne. I'm almost done with it. I can tell you guys that much. Yeah, I'm 93% through it. I'll update you guys probably later tonight with, like, the update of, like, I finished the book and shit like that. But I want to, like, have the episode before I finish. Like, I want to before I finish Fated Throne and after I finish Fated Throne. But first of all, guys, the amount of, like, shit that is happening in this book, like, plot-wise, insane, fucking insane. Like, I cannot tell you. Like, it is so insane to me. Like, it's just plot after twist after twist, and it's just it's getting to me. It's slowly and surely getting to me, but I'm enjoying the fuck out of myself. But right now, what is going on? Crazy. I took a break because I was just like, okay, I cannot finish this book right now. I need to take a break. I need to take a second to breathe and think before I continue onwards, I just needed to do a little bit of that. Oh my god, the shit that has been going on, though, guys. Also, that one character, like, I love Gabriel, guys. I love Gabriel. He is literally that one character that we met, and I didn't ever not love him. Also, we did technically meet him in that first book, in that other series, Ruthless Fae, or whatever the fuck it was called, like, the first book that I read, and that I didn't decide to continue the series, because I feel like, first of all, I read at the wrong time. Like, I get the people that say, like, hey, read the series before you continue with the rest of Zodiac Academy, because, like, obviously, we met Gabriel in that book, and we met, like, another, well, they've been name dropping a few of the characters that are in that book, but it's just like, I don't give a shit, because how book 3 ended, I didn't want to go read another series, get through 5 books, and then come back, you know. I read through one book and I decided that was not for me. So I feel like, honestly, if you guys like are pretty attached already to the world after book 3, you could try and read the first book of that other series, but honestly, you could just like, if you're that one person that doesn't really care about the Easter eggs, because I feel like the main thing is probably there's going to be Easter eggs from the rest of that 5 book series that I just didn't get through. But like, that would just come in here, but in like, it'd probably give you extra insight. Like, if you really care about that shit, do it, read it. But honestly, in my personal opinion, I feel like I'm not missing much. I will, maybe after I finish the Zodiac Academy series, if I feel the inclination to go back and finish the rest of that series, then I'll let you guys know if like, was it a mistake on my end in the end. I can't say much. I don't think I want to do a spoiler. Maybe I'll do like a spoiler segment in the next clip when I finish the book. But it is absolutely insane. Like, I don't see how we are going to come out of this victorious. And I'm seeing now how, like, what, like, I heard somebody, like, it was like this video that I saw where people were like, yeah, in books like 5 through 9, this character is like blah 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 blah. I'm not gonna say anything because I feel like maybe it's a spoiler. I don't know. And I was just like, and I'm like reading, I'm on book 6, and I'm like, well, I sort of see it, but I'm not, but it feels like it's not as much, you know, as like how they make it seem. But now I'm like, with how we are going through this book, I could totally see it like getting full on. Like, guys, I'm like talking gibberish to you guys, because if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, and I feel like even if you have read the series, you probably are like, Romy, what are you on? But if you know, you know. Okay, that's just all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave you guys here, and I'll come back to you guys when I finish Fated Throne, which I'm so excited to continue, guys. I'm scared. I know they're gonna give us like the biggest cliffhanger known to mankind after like they do like a huge thing, because we are already on a huge like plot thing. So yeah, and honestly, it's a little bit insane to me. But yeah, that's all that we're on right now. I will leave you guys and come back later. Also, I really need to do something about my bank situation, so that is also something. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Hey, Bookwormies. So I promise I'm not a liar. I promise. I promise. I just sometimes expect too much from myself, knowing that chances are I probably wouldn't do it. So it's the next day. I was gonna talk to you guys yesterday, and when I finished the book, and you know, but I wasn't really reading towards the night. I was working on a lot of other shit. Okay, so that is a no, guys. There's a bug in my room, but it's not the nice small ones that are actually nice. Where is it? Oh, it's on the floor. Okay. Or maybe that is just a fly. That is a fly. Okay, so I over-exaggerated for no reason. I have no issues with flies. I thought it was the bug, and it scared the hell out of me because it flew right at my face. But we're okay now. Okay, anyways, but I didn't finish the book when I wanted to, but I did finish it yesterday in the end, but later towards the night, so I never got to updating you guys. But no worries, because I'm updating you now. Fated Throne. Guys. Twist after twist after plot after that, and I'm like, the way I was like, how are we gonna solve this issue and that issue, and like, how are we gonna do this and that, and then like, we get, like, I don't know, guys, the ending was honestly kind of crazy, and just like, everything that's like, right now we're sort of, let me collect my thoughts and give me a second. So the ending was just honestly crazy. I was just like, oh my god, there was like twist after twist, and I'm like, wait, how are we gonna do this? What is gonna happen? Or is this gonna happen? Is that gonna happen? And then we get to like the, and if you know what I mean, you know. And I was just like, oh my goodness. But guys, how are we going to, because now we have this issue, and I'm just like, how are we gonna solve this? How are we gonna get past this? How are we just gonna live? Like, you know, like I need some, like, what the hell? Like, now I'm really letting myself think on what happened and like really reflect on it. Now I'm like, how are we gonna get past this? Okay, I don't see it. How are we gonna get past this? So yeah, I'm kind of scared for myself and for the characters, you know, but oh my god, that's honestly insane. I did end up rating the book 4.5 stars. Like, I keep expecting the next book to be like 5 stars craziness, because the first 3 books were addicting. They're like, the first 3 books felt specifically just addicting. They didn't like, we were a lot more character focused. In the next books, they're like starting to become a little bit more plot focused, but we're obviously also character focused. But it's not like, it doesn't have that same exact addictive value that the first 3 books had. Like, the first 3 books, they're like the OG in terms of addiction. Like, they really feel like, wow, what are we on here, you know? But I'm still like really, really loving these. These are just so, it's just getting so good. I'm really, yeah, guys, it was a fly. I'm stupid. Anyways, but like, oh my god, it's so good. I loved book 6. It was so good. I don't know why, but on my downloaded version, it has a few typos. I don't know if that was a typo of my download, because sometimes it does happen to me, or if it is a typo, like an actual typo that the editor never fixed, which, if I hope it's not that, because then, god, like, there were a few typos that's just like, okay, so they probably meant that, right? Because that does not sound right. So yeah, that was just a little thing I noticed. But other than that, It's pretty good. I really enjoyed it. I love the characters. The ending I'll never stop talking about because it's honestly so insane, guys. But right now the series is starting to become a 5-star series in general for me. I don't know if it's gonna become like one of those god tiers. They're usually a lot of the books that I rate 5 stars end up being god tiers. Specifically, like if we look on the past few months, because I've become much pickier when it comes to rating books. Like, I don't know, guys, why? Like, I used to be not very picky at all, but now maybe it's because I've been reading so much more. But like my definition of what a 5 star and a 4 star and a 3 star and a 2 star and a 1 star mean are just become so different. I feel like from the meanings that I maybe had earlier. Because before, to me, the difference between a 5 star and a god tier was like a 5 star. I really loved it. I finished it really quickly, and a 6 star is like I cannot live without this. This is Fourth Wing, Shatter Me, Boys of Tommen material. That's how it was. But now, to me, a 5 star is sort of like it has to be Fourth Wing material. That's sort of like how I've been feeling, which I don't know why. But truly, if I look at it with the old rating system that I had, this is a 5 star. And honestly, now I'm also looking at this, and this series is giving me 5 star. Like, I think about these characters a lot. I really love them. Like, I feel like a lot of the books in the series that I've currently been rating 4.5, they could just be a 5 star because I loved them. They were so good. This last book, like Fate of Throne, I did. It took me a little bit longer to read, but it is like 800 pages. So, like, girl, what did you expect? Like, I'm not going to finish it in one night. And now, like honestly, as we're coming towards the end of May and start of June, that is where I'm at currently. I just have a lot going on and it's very hectic in terms of like just work that I have to do and a lot of things going on. So that's one of the reasons also why I'm reading slower, but I'm enjoying the hell out of myself. It is so 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 good. Like I don't think I was thinking like when I was reading the fifth book, I was like, no, I mean the sixth book. I was like, should I maybe take a break before going into the next book, like to give myself a second? But honestly, I don't really want to. So I am, I have started book 7, Heartless Sky. I am not that far into it. I'm 18% into it. Oh my god, guys, I'm so in love with the series. I love it. Like, there's nothing in me that says, oh my god, like this part was actually a little bit boring. No, there's none of that. Oh my god, this one. I'm the girl no one ever loved. No one but Darcy my whole life. No, I never let it show. I used to dream of finding someone who would love me like a prince in a fairy tale so I could be their princess. But I don't love you like a princess. There isn't anything soft or sweet or easy about us. It's wild and unpredictable. It hurts more than any pain I've ever felt and consumes me more completely than anything I could have ever predicted. You make my heart race with all the best kinds of fear, and my gut clench with the angriest butterflies I've ever known. I've hated you more than I ever even know, and I could hate you. I could hate him than I even knew I could hate a man, and I think if I love you with as much fury, then I'll burn up in it. Like, it's just those kind of quotes that just get to me. Like, Oh my god, do you really think that little of me? No, I think the world of you. Like, that is so sweet. Like, I can't. Like, guys, I love this. Oh my god. And he's like, I knew I could never keep you. I knew it from the first time we kissed. I just fooled myself into believing it for a while. So when it came to us or you, I chose you because I woke up to reality. And real life isn't nice or easy. It's fucking quicksand that tries to drag you down the more you fight it. Love doesn't conquer all this time because we're on 2 different paths. You're headed to the stars, beautiful, and I'm sitting down here in the dirt. That's just the way it is. Like, these quotes are what get to me at the end of the day. It's these like love confessions and these talks about like we can't be together but it's all we want to do, and like it's all of that. Like, it's all of those quotes that really get to me, and I'm think, wow, this is what makes a book great, Like, I love these like quotes where it's like usually the quotes that I do highlight are the ones that are like about love and all of that. But like it's just like those are the stuff that get to me. Those are the stuff at the end of the day that I will look at and look back on and be like, yes, this is what I'm here for, and just like blue beans those kind of quotes, like all of those kind of shit is just like what brings it all to the end. And I feel like the book 6, Fate of Throne, it just did that for me. It just caused like all of those emotions to really bubble up because the stuff that happens in this book were just so like crazy. Like, there was plot twist after plot twist. There was this issue over that issue. There was them trying to solve one thing and then at the same time causing a different thing. It's just all of that together. And I'm scared to see how book 7 will go because Heartless Sky, I feel like it's just gonna be that one of those books that's when I feel like we're gonna like it's gonna be sort of feel resolution-y, but it's not gonna be, if you know what I mean. I kind of want to see if what people have thought about specifically book 7. So a lot of people say that this one is the one that gets worse and worse. So yeah, people say it's a lot of a roller coaster of emotions. So I'm a little bit scared for Heartless Sky, but we're already 70% through it, so we have to continue onwards. Also, my voice still sounds really bad, but we're gonna conquer it. We're gonna conquer it because love conquers all, even though the quote that I read out loud did say the opposite. But that's fine. I don't think I really want to yap any spoilers. I think I want to wait till later before I talk to the people that are here for spoiler shit. But yeah, that's it. Anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Hey, Bookwormies. So we are here for an update. We need to talk. We need to talk a little bit. So I am, 30, almost 40% through the book, I think. Let me see. I'm 38% through, what's it called? Heartless Sky. And I have a lot of thoughts. I need to talk, but like a lot of them are spoiler thoughts. But I need to say I'm loving the book, and like what we are going through right now. Yes, actually, I'm really enjoying it. I'm really liking what we're going at. But like, I'm kind of scared. I'm scared because I know things will get worse, but it's just I don't think I realized that it could get much worse. Like I don't think I realized the extent of it because I have a feeling I will be left broken at the end of this one. If I'm not broken by the end of this one, then I don't know. I don't know what to tell you guys. Okay, I'm scared. I'm just extremely scared of what is gonna how I'm gonna survive. And it's just like there's this one thing that's going on right now, and I'm thinking like. Am I gonna be okay after this? Am I gonna be okay, or should I expect to be hollowed up? Because like, guys, there's just one thing, and I don't know how it's gonna get better in any way. It's just I just don't know see how. I don't see how. But it's just right now it's a little bit more like I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun. It's just so good, and like we're getting some more of the characters and more depth. But there's just one POV that I'm getting. Why do I need to get their POV? Why? Like, I don't care about the character, and I'm never going to care about the character because I hate the character. I've never hated this character more than I hate this character right now, and I don't get why are we getting their POV? Why? In what shape or form, in what universe did the authors think, oh yes, they're gonna love this POV? Like, I guess, like, I get why they added it in, but the POV was pissing me off, bro. I can't because I hate the character. I hate the character with all my guts, and I'm getting their POV, and I'm like, no, actually, go back to where you came from because I actually do not want that. Like, I get why they're doing it, but I don't care about the character for any reason. I don't think anybody does care about the character, But anyways, that's like my main big thought. Guys, anyways, I need to go talk a little bit of spoilers. So for those people who do not want any spoilers at all for the series, go over here because I need a yap. They're gone? Okay, good. So, guys, what the hell? I'm gagged at so many things, bro. Okay, so I need to talk. You know that, like, when they're, like, celebrating or whatever, and, like, they got all drunk, and they were, like, like, dares and all of that, and then, like, Seth is, like, whoever finishes, like, everybody has to try to drink their beer as fast as possible, and the last person who finishes it has to kiss me, and he was just hoping for Caleb, and I don't know, it's so sweet. Like, there's always gonna be that one guy that's gonna be like, yes, I'm here, I know what I want, and, like, this is who I want. But then, like, Caleb, like, I don't know, I need Caleb's point of view. We're getting Lionel's point of view. In what world did the authors think I wanted Lionel POV? Like, I know why we need it. It's needed for the plot, especially now that they're, like, with the rebels, and they're, like, underground, and they, like, literally have barely any, like, contact with the outside world. Also, when Tyler was, like, posting those, like, captions and all of that, wouldn't that, like, alert anybody? Like, I don't know, like, am I just the one that's being stupid? But I feel like it could be easily traced, like, and found. It's not gonna be, like, secret and gonna be, like, like, I don't know. Guys, he's the king. He could easily just get an IT dude to come over, and I don't know. Is that just me, or it's, like, I feel like nobody should be having access to the internet or posting anything? Because, like, I get, like, why Tyler and all of that, but, like, but back to the whole Seth and Caleb thing. Oh my god, I was like so hoping, dude, when like it looked like Caleb was like not like was the last one to finish, and then afterwards it turns out that Xavier just didn't finish his beer, and I was just like, why couldn't you finish it? It was a droplet. You should have finished it. Or I wish that Max just zipped his mouth shut because excuse you, like, I don't know, guys. That I was just like, oh my god, we're finally getting the scene when I thought, and then afterwards it turns out that it wasn't, and I was just like, okay, excuse you, you're gonna dangle something right in front of my eyes and then just take it away? No, absolutely not. Go back, reverse, go back in time like 10 million seconds. Good, like, that's just me. But also now, I feel like it's so cute now, like finally seeing Darius and Tori having a chance to be together because like for so long it was just like not a possibility over everything. But like the thing is, Darius has less than a year to live, and then the stars are gonna take him, and I'm like, excuse you, no, like guys. And the thing is, Gabriel is the only one that knows. But like, I'm sorry, but like if he said like, "Hey, yeah, I broke all the bonds and everything's good," and they're like, "Oh, how did you do it?" Like, because you had to give something back to the to the stars. I would be pressing him for answers. I wanted to be like, "Oh yeah, I promised them something," and I'd be like, "Okay, what was that something?" Because I need to know. I need to know so it doesn't bite us back later on. You know, I'm like I don't know. I felt like Lance Orion. I feel like he should have been. I thought he would press harder on it and he would find out about it and secretly be trying to help him stay alive. You know, that whole thing. But like literally nobody knows except for Gabriel. And that's because he was like, okay, don't bullshit me. Like, tell me. And I'm a seer, and and I need to know because she's my sister. And if at the end of this she's heartbroken, and then it's all your fault, you know. And yeah, that's all I really wanted to say. But I'm interested. I'm loving the book. It's so fun. I'm gonna be continuing, but I'm loving like the lightness that we're currently at. But I know it is gonna get dark soon. There's no way that this entire book is gonna be like fun rebel times, you know, underground. That's just not happening. And I don't know why this book is reminding me, like specifically just the being underground and being like all of that. It's reminding me what book of Shatter Me was it? Where like they were like with a castle and like underground. I don't remember. I honestly don't remember. But that. I don't know why that is reminding me of the other. That's just me. Anyways, that's all I really wanted to say. Yeah, I'm gonna leave you guys and I'm gonna talk to you guys later. So yeah, bye. Guys, I know probably the camera hates me right now and it's like blinking weirdly and like just the lighting is really bad. I want you to ignore it. And Heartless Guy, I don't know why, but I didn't realize how long this book was until I started it. Because I really see like with the other books, I was getting through them like 2 seconds. And in this one, like I don't think it's like the plot that's a reason. It's the reason is that this book is like almost 1,000 pages, if not 1,000 pages. So I was like, why does it feel like this is a long book? Like in general, I feel like I can sometimes tell like this book is about like quite big because like the last book before that was also like 800-ish pages. This one I was like, why does it feel like it's long? But I didn't know the exact page count, and I checked it. And it turns out it's like pretty much 1,000 pages. So I was like, oh, there we go. That's probably why. But I'm enjoying Heartless Sky a lot. There's just I love this book because it's like it reminds me of like a favorite book of mine, a little bit of like Shatter Me, but not for the reasons you would think. Like it's not like, oh, the plot is the same or like the character's the same. No. It's just for the most random reasons. It's just giving me the vibe in a specific book in a specific scenes. Like I'm getting it. And also from other books. Like it's vibes. It's purely vibes. It's not like, oh my god, I feel like this scene is exactly the same as that one. No, it's just vibes. I go on vibes, guys. It's kind of like how I connect random series together, even though they probably should not be even compared because they're totally different. But that's just me. That's me, my quirky brain. But I'm enjoying it so much. I'm loving it. The characters, the plot is plotting. It's just everything. I'm enjoying it. I'm having a blast with it. But yeah, I can't say that much. But honestly, I can just tell you guys I'm loving it. There's so much going on right now. And there's just one thing that like this big thing happened that I can't really tell you guys. Then this character, they started acting a certain way and like really like and like another character was like, why are you acting this way? It's like it's not that bad. It's like it could work in our favor and shit like that. And then like I was like, I know why they are thinking this way. Like I know why, and it's just reminding me like. Of a certain issue that we are coming across in the book. Guys, I'm speaking like the most vague fucking thing ever. But like it's just like it makes me want to cry a little bit because I'm like, how are we gonna fix the issue? Because like every time that I think something gets solved and we're like, oh yeah, now we're totally okay. Now it's all okay. Then I'm like, and then they just like the next thing happens and this happens and it just gets worse and worse and worse. It never truly feels like we're going steps up. It always feels like somehow everything is getting worse, slowly and surely. I'm like it's kind of like these authors do like the author do. Give me a second, my English is not Englishing. The authors are kind of like trying to do like a switcheroo situation. They're like Daisy Jones situations where they're like, oh yeah, we'll give you one good thing, but then we'll take away even more. So now you have a different issue to solve, And I'm like, no, actually, I don't want either of those. Can I just have a happy ending? And so it's just like it's very much like, what the fuck? How are they like how are we gonna move on from what is going on? Specifically this one thing. And it's just like, oh my god. Like I just have so many thoughts towards it, and it kinda like every time I think about it, I wanna cry a little bit because like, what do you mean? No, absolutely not. So that's just my main thoughts. Those are my main thoughts of Heartless Guy, but otherwise I'm like, I'm loving it. It's so good. Do I need to read any other novellas between? Like 7 and like the rest of this series. I'm pretty sure that 8 and 8.5 you are supposed to tandem read. A lot of people say that 8.5 was like very unnecessary, but I'm still gonna read it because I'm not gonna like if people say it's a tandem read, it's a tandem read. I'm not gonna like not do it. Yeah, 8 and 8.5 are a tandem read, and then after that we have Live and Let Lionel, which is a little novella, and then we have the last book, Restless Stars, and then we're finished, guys, which is crazy. Like, what do you mean? I've been going on this entire journey. Like, if I look back on book one, like, it is honestly crazy. It is like a different universe compared to what we're going through right now. And like I am so scared to see what will happen next. Like what is gonna happen? How are they how what? Oh my god. And people say it just gets worse. So, I'm like feeling extra happy right now. Guys, I keep forgetting every time to show you this, but I want to show it to you guys now. I've been crocheting a tiny, like, small, cutesy bag, a donut bag. Donut. I don't know why I said, like, donut. Like, do not. I felt like it sounded that way. This looks weird right now, but it will later get better. I'm making the other side and then I'll connect to the middle. It will be very small to carry. Like, I was thinking, like, this it was going to be, like, at the shoulders, and then I can carry it and be, like, a cute purse. But it is going to be a little bit shorter, but that's okay. The only issue is we are playing Yarn Chicken over here, and I am very scared that it is not going to last. Last thing I want to say, Heartless Sky and Orion. Yes. Anyways, I am gonna get working and I will update you guys tomorrow. I don't know how this video is gonna go, honestly, guys. I feel like it's gonna start getting very chaotic, if you know what I mean. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Hey, Bookwormies. So I just wanted to talk a little bit. I haven't talked to you guys in a while, but it is June officially. It is my birthday month, but I wanted to yap a little bit about the book. I'm still on Heartless Sky, but I'm enjoying it immensely. I'm 82% through it. It is so fun. It is so good. I love the plot. I love everything that's going on. I know, guys, the camera, like, just, it's blinking and all of that, and it's doing all that shit with the lighting. I can't fix that right now, so you're just gonna have to deal with it. But I'm loving the plot. It is so good right now. I'm really enjoying it. It is just, this book is like, it's sort of plot heavy, but it's also we're getting everything else. And oh my god, there's this one thing between these two characters, and I'm like, yes, I'm guys. Like, I just know how, like, it's gonna take a while. It's gonna be really a slow burn, but I'm actually really excited for that. Like, I really want to see how the authors are gonna, like, get through it all. I don't know. I'm being very, very cryptic, but as we're going through the books, it's harder to be not cryptic. Okay, guys. That's all I can tell you. But oh my god, there was this one scene, with, like, Darcy and Orion and jaw drop, bro. I was like, wait, what is this? What I think is happening? And then afterwards, the scene, and then the thing that happened afterwards, and there was just so much going on. Oh my god, but I love that. That was just actually so good. And then, like, there's this one, like, plot point, honestly, like, I don't know, I kind of like it because it's kind of like not a destiny thing, but sort of like, I'm happy that this character is taking along that I can't think of the word right now, like, not destiny, but like the legacy of, like, another character. I don't know, guys, I'm being so cryptic, but pretty much Tyler, like, honestly, like, I see what he's doing over there, and I actually really like that part of it. I don't know. I can't really say much about the book, but I can tell you I'm enjoying it a lot, and it's really fun. That's all I really wanted to say. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow with a few more updates, hopefully. But yeah, I have a lot of work to do, so we'll see how it goes. I have a very chaotic next few weeks ahead of me, so we will see how everything goes. My schedule for posting is a little bit out of whack because of this entire series, but that's okay. That's totally fine. That's fine. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Hey, Bookwormies, so we are here for an update. So last time I talked to you guys, I was, like, finishing up Heartless Sky. I can promise you guys, I've finished that book. I actually finished that this morning. And reading it in the morning and just reading that ending was an interesting experience. I think I finished it this morning. Maybe I finished it last night. I don't know. Time has been a little bit funky for me, personally. But, the ending. You know, I saw the reviews, like, the non-spoiler ones, where people are like, oh my god, I never thought that it could get this bad, you know? And I was just like, how bad can it get? You know, and, like, I had my theories, I was like, maybe this, maybe that, you know? I did not realize the extent of it, okay? Because we have one thing, and then this one thing happens, and I'm like, okay, I want to cry a little bit, but that's okay, because we can find a way around this. Then number 2 happens. Then number 3. Then number 4, and then number 5, and then I'm like, oh my god, why does it keep getting worse and worse? And this is, like, the last 5%, I want to say, of the book. It's not like it's, like, spread out through the entire book. No. The first half, they lured me into a false sense of security, and then the second half, they ruined me. Specifically the last 5%. The last 5%, guys. The last 5%, I swear they have something against me. I swear. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean this and that happened? I actually can't believe that. To me, it was just so crazy. Like, it kept getting worse. I was like, okay, no, they're gonna stop now. They're gonna give me a breather, and then we can fix all of this in book 8 and 8.5. No, they just kept making it worse. And honestly, guys, as I was finishing the book, it just felt like, what the hell was going on? I cried a little bit, but I feel like I was more so in shock to be able to have an outward reaction, you know? That's sort of like what was going on in my head, which I think is why I did not have such an outward reaction, because there was one thing that happened. I don't want to say which book, because then if you guys have read this book, book 7 of Zodiac Academy, and you want to read this other series, then you'll sort of maybe have an idea of what I mean by that. But like, this one thing happened in this very popular book series, and I did not expect it at all. I was just like, whoa. And I actually was like crying and like everything, and like I fully felt it because I really love the character. And then there was this whole thing that happened, and I was like, wait, what? And like, I get that it's probably gonna be similar in this, but I just don't get how we're gonna do it, you know? But I sort of see it, and I've started my tandem read of book 8 and 8.5. I also have a photo downloaded of what exactly how the tandem read is gonna go. Oh, I didn't even give you guys the rating that I gave Heartless Sky. I rated Heartless Sky 4.75 on my Goodreads. You will see a 5 on there. It is a 4.75. I don't feel like there was a 5-star just yet. Like, at the start of the series, I could tell you I was obsessed. I was absolutely devouring every single book back to back to back. I don't know if because I've been reading all these books back to back, that might be an issue, a small issue, or if it's just because this book is in a 5-star series. Because as I was getting through the first, like, let's say 5 books, I was absolutely obsessed with them. I was like, oh my god, this next book is going to be a 5-star. But I haven't gotten there. So I don't know if it's a burnout or if it's just the actual books are not really a 5 stars. Anyways, I am going to talk to you guys later when I have hopefully more updates. But yeah, bye. Hey, Bookwormies. So we are here for an update. I was feeling really bad all of today. I still am feeling a little bit shitty mentally, but I'm feeling a little bit better because I feel like when you are feeling down and when like your anxiety is spiking, which was what was happening to me, I feel like the best thing you can do is like just start doing whatever. Like start like doing something that will make you happy. And for me, I was like, okay, I want to do my nails. So that's what I did. And so I shall. And this is how they look. I actually really love them. They're so cute. These are going to be my birthday nails, which is one of the reasons why I decided to do them. Because I was like, because I'm performing tomorrow for dance, first of all. So I was like, okay, I want to look cute. Here we go. Second of all, my birthday's coming up next week, and I was like, here you go. These are press-ons. This is the first time that I'm actually feeling secure with them on. Like, I don't feel like they're gonna fall off every second, which I feel like is what usually happens to me. And I washed my hair today. It's just like during dance class, like the entire morning I was just feeling really bad. And then in dance class, I felt like I was gonna have a panic attack. I didn't, but it just felt like everything was rising above level. I feel like because I was like a little bit like, oh my god, like tomorrow I'm performing this. So I feel like maybe that was like maybe a little tiny piece of why I felt that way. But honestly, then I got home, I showered, I washed my hair because I really needed to do that, especially before performance day. I really want to have like cute hair and I don't want it to look like shitty, you know? So yeah, I like it. It looks cute. It's not like my favorite hair. Like my hair could look better, but I'm taking it as a win because my hair could hate me more than that. So I'm honestly taking it. I will put up a photo over here of what my outfit was in the end. Here you go. Feature me. Please remember to take a photo of yourself and put it up. Okay. So this is kind of what I did. But yeah, that's what I really wanted to say. And there's nothing else. Okay. But anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Hey, Bookwormies, so we're here for an update. I've not talked to you guys in a while, but we're here, and that is what is important. Today is my birthday. I was gonna do like a birthday vlog or like something, but honestly, time slipped past me because this week is honestly like one of the worst weeks ever because I have so many assessments all due this week because the grades are closing this weekend, and so like I've just been working on a bunch of projects and like assessments. So that's not being the most fun, which I feel like is one of the reasons why I haven't been updating you guys as much. But that's okay because we're here for an update right now. Also, guys, wait. Let me put this over here. Okay, so guys, actually on my Kindle, I think you guys might have seen I have a pop socket on my Kindle. It was like a what's it called? A Stitch pop socket with a black background, which is actually perfect because my Kindle is black, but it broke. I don't know how it happened. I tried to fix it. I don't know what happened to it. It was in my backpack, and sometimes in my backpack you cannot trust that everything will be okay in there. I just didn't expect the pop socket to be what would happen, but I remembered I just decided to like take off the entire pop socket because like one section is lost to the world, the other section was stuck onto this, but it was just like really bad. Like I just took like a random card that I had and like peeled it out because like just pushing it out does not really work, at least in my experience. So usually getting a card and like going through the sides until you get it out is the best decision. So if you guys have like a stick-on type of pop socket like me and not a magnetic one that it like usually is on the phone, but sometimes you can get like a magnetic case for your Kindle and then put it on top. But if you're just getting the stick-ons and you want to like change, or if broken like mine or whatever, get a card, like maybe a credit card, or like let's say you went to a hotel and they gave you like those key cards, and like let's say you accidentally forgot like brought it home, you could use that one and just put it around the edges. You will get a bit of like sticky residue on it, but not a lot. So I'd recommend using like a card you don't give a shit about. Like I just found like a card that I had that I didn't really care about at all. So I just like pushed it around the edges and then tried pushing it in until it came off, which it worked. And then I remembered I had a second pop socket that I bought because I was going to use it for something else, but then I never did, which is this cutesy yellow flower one. But yeah, that's that. Anyways, let's talk a little bit more about updates in terms of Zodiac Academy. I'm still reading the tandem read of Sorrow and Starlight and Beyond the Veil. But anyways, let's go with first with percentage of how much I'm through the books, and then I'll go like specifically chapters because, you know, I'm doing the whole tandem read shit. But in terms of percent, I am 38% through Beyond the Veil, which is the 8.5 book, and I'm 37% through Sorrow and Starlight, which is the 8th book. Okay, and we are on chapter 11 of Beyond the Veil. Also, and I'm right now reading chapter 28 of Sorrow and Starlight. I still have quite a bit. If you look at like my tandem page, it just shows like I finished all of the first column, but I still have 2 columns left. So, you know, there's still 2 more. But it's just because it's a little bit annoying reading the tandem read. Like I have to be careful not to continue reading and like finish first this much and then go there and then go that, which is a little bit annoying. I will be truthful, but you know what? It's not too bad. I can't complain too much. You know, complaining is not the best policy. Okay, but yeah, now let's talk about thoughts. Okay, except for the fact that it is kind of annoying to go between the books, I am enjoying it. I love the aspect of Beyond the Veil and the specific point of views that I'm getting. There are like sometimes parts in the Beyond the Veil that I'm not feeling as much as other segments. I don't think it doesn't really have to do as much with the POVs. It's just sometimes like it's just a little bit like annoying to read there. But book 8, I'm loving it. There's so much going on with like totally with different characters, and you're like following everybody. And there was like this one thing that happened between these 2 characters, and I was like, oh my goodness. It was earlier on in Sorrow and Starlight, but the same idea. But oh my god, it was actually a little bit insane to me. But I'm honestly really loving it. They're like the grief in this book, like all the happiness, everything, all the emotions are just so clear and they're just so potent. And I don't know, I'm just really, really loving it. Obviously, I'm sad. There are moments where like I want to cry. Like before that, at some point, like specific book 7 ended in a certain way, obviously, and you found out something and like something happened and like, you know, all of that shit. But like I didn't really feel it then. But then we went into book 8, and I feel like when you see the emotions of other characters, when you see their reactions, and you see this and that is when it really starts to feel. And like there's this and that happening in this book. It's not like it's just like everybody sitting ducks after what happened in book 7. No, we are continuously moving towards something. And honestly, like there's just these moments that are just so crazy to me. Like I don't know, I can't explain much just because we are so far into the series. We're literally in the last one of the last books of the series. Like I have these 2 books, and then I have book 9, and I'm finished with the original Zodiac Academy series, which is honestly insane to me. Also, guys, I have no clue if you can hear the rain behind me, but guys, it's pouring behind me. Pouring. I don't know if you can see behind me, but if you can, it's actually pouring a lot. I don't think you'll see it through the camera, but honestly, it is raining a lot this entire week. I continue reading. I am enjoying Sorrow and Starlight. Like I don't have any complaints, but I also don't have anything like I'm crazy about, if you get what I mean. I feel like there was another book earlier on in this series that I enjoyed a little bit more than these 2, but that's totally fine. But I like the aspect of Beyond the Veil. I don't think I would have wanted to read it without the tandem read. You know, because I feel like that just would not have gone as like I don't think it would have worked as well as it does when reading it tandem. So yeah, that's all I really wanted to say. I'm gonna leave you guys here and talk later and give you guys a bigger update. Hopefully I'll be farther into the tandem. But yeah, that's that. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Hey Bookwormies, I'm back for an update. I have not talked to you guys in a very long time. Well, like I want to say like a week. Yeah, that sounds about right. A week sums it up. Because last week I had like that trip thing that I think I told you guys. Like I had a thing and I was gonna try to read, but there was no promises. I did not read that much just because like honestly, it was very chaotic. I maybe read like 1 page and then I was just like, okay, kind of I'm done. On the train ride there I did, but that's it. But I came back here and I continued reading. It was the last week of school this week for me. Yesterday was my last day. And so yesterday night and today I was reading, and I finally finished Zodiac Academy, Sorrow and Starlight, and Beyond the Veil, the tandem read. Also guys, I'm still obsessed with this little cutie pie. Also guys, I was planning to make so many videos for you guys, like a birthday vlog, a bunch of many things, but I feel like this video, and on top of that, everything's that's been going on in my life for the past like few weeks, has honestly been just so chaotic that I never even made it to doing a lot of things that I wanted to do. Also, I think it's kind of dark for you guys, but because every time I turn on the overhead light, it's the light and the camera starts flickering, and it's just like you can see that the lighting's really, really bad. But I don't know, guys. Maybe over the summer break, I will find a way to fix everything. But until then, you're just gonna have to deal with what you have. Anyways, I finally finished this tandem. I loved both of them. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Star and Starlight, and I loved Beyond the Veil. But Beyond the Veil was a little bit annoying to me because it was just like there was like because like sometimes I didn't really care about the POVs, some of them. Like one or two, like a few times I was just like, okay, why am I coming back here? Can I go back to Star and Starlight where everything is happening? Because Beyond the Veil is like it's important to the plot that we get Beyond the Veil, and it's all the POVs that is in that book, but it was just very annoying to go back and forth and like reading about that. And also sometimes the idea with this specifically, or I would like to say this tandem read, is that some books are very much some chapters are very much overlapping immensely between the two. So, like, in Star and Starlight, something happens. This one chapter, we're getting this, and that, right? We go to Beyond the Veil, they'll repeat this, and that, but you'll just get it in the POVs of the people, of the POVs in the Beyond the Veil, you know? But I still really enjoyed it. The plot was getting so good in the second half. In the second half of the book, of specifically, I'm talking about Star, like, I'm talking the second half of, like, when I say the book, I mean the tandem read, okay? But it's just, like, moving between, like, the second half was just getting very, like the second half was getting much faster. It was like more was happening. There's so much more because like sometimes with this tandem read there was like a segment where like maybe I enjoyed it a little bit less than others, which like makes sense. In books there's gonna be like segments with downtime, but I just like as soon as it got really like downtimey and let's say like I only allocated myself like a very little time to read, I just stopped reading and not continue. So I feel like that was an issue for me. It's just because like sometimes I was like, what am I doing here? Why do I have this? Why do I have that? But I feel like that was just a me thing, just because I really did not have that much time to read. So whenever I did have downtime, where I had nothing going on at all, I wouldn't really gravitate towards the book. But I did gravitate later on. And as soon, like, I feel like the thing is, like, sometimes when I was not reading the book, I wasn't thinking about it too much. But as soon as I got back into it, like, I was like, oh, wow, yes, I want to be here. So that's the thing. Like, that wasn't, like, my main thing that I would say. Also, what else did I want to say? I wanted to say, oh, yeah, the ending, guys. The freaking ending was on Starlight. Oh my god, I'm so excited for book 9. I'm scared though because this is the last book. This would be the last book that I ever read in the series. Actually, no, that is a lie because I need to read Live and Let Lionel before I get... Okay, guys, sorry. There's a notification from Goodreads. Okay, anyways, I need to read Live and Let Lionel before I get to book 9, which is Restless Stars, I believe. So I will read Live and Let Lionel, which is a little short novella. I'm guessing it is about Lionel, which I don't want to read about. Like, what is the point? Is there any point of reading Live and Let Lionel? Because I do not want to read about him, like, at all. But it is a short novella, which is nice. I'm happy to read a short novella, but it's just like, why are we reading about him? It is... Okay, so it's like, oh, a short story. Oh, wait, so it isn't. I don't think it is that. So it's like short stories. I'm actually kind of excited. So I see that some people didn't really love this book as much, which makes sense just because it's a novella, but we are going to be getting a few parts that I would like to actually see. I'm actually kind of excited, even though I know that I saw that some people said that it's not the best, but it's a cute novella and it has short stories from like let's say there was a moment that like people like that was mentioned in previous books, you're going to get that story, which I'm actually excited about because some of the stories I actually kind of want to know. So actually, never mind. I'm actually a little bit excited. It's just the name of the novella made me think that we're going to get a story about Lionel, which I don't want. Who wants Lionel's story? Raise your hand. Nobody. Exactly. Perfect. Because who really truly wants Lionel's story? Plus, we already got quite a few whenever we got his POV, which like every time I'd see him, I was like, what are you doing here? Go back to the depths of hell. No, absolutely not. That was sort of it. But yeah, that's all. I will talk to you guys later. I will get to starting Live and Let Lionel. I'm actually kind of excited, even though I've seen that reviews are not the best. But you know what? I'm actually kind of excited. So yeah. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Guys, we're trying out a whole new angle in my room. Yes, I know the light is flickering, but I'm way too tired today to try and fix that. So for this clip, you'll just have to work with it. I'm sorry if it annoys me, because it does annoy me, I can tell you that much. But this is a whole new angle. I'm like propping you guys up on this little shelf thingy that I have next to my bed because I was laying in bed and reading, and I can tell you guys I have finished Live and Let Lionel, which is like a short novella with like many short stories where you like follow like a bunch of different stories with a bunch of different characters from a bunch of different books. You know, like we get a story of how Hale and Marissa met. We got like different scenes from previous books in Zodiac Academy in the POVs of other characters that maybe you wanted. So we finally got them, you know? And I honestly, the first half of this book I audiobooked while I was drawing. So, which I feel like was a good decision for me because I feel like to get into it, I really needed to audiobook it, but it was so fun listening. And then the second half I read because yes, why not? I did finish it today. Today was like when I was reading it yesterday night, I didn't really start it because yesterday's a little bit on the fact that I finished a different book, you know? But that's so fine because today I finished it. And honestly, guys, I have a quote highlighted. This comes from the Fairy Fair, if you guys know from that one book. And then, because like we did not get that scene in the point of view of Lance. And so here we did. And this one quote, honestly, it took me by surprise. And honestly, like, I don't know. I want to read it to you guys. If he touches her, I'll slice him open and bake all his innards into a pie. I don't even bake, but for him I'll don a little pink apron, make the pastry from scratch, and cook up a pie so damn good that I win first prize in a local baking contest. I don't know why, but that was so funny to me because like that's so creative and like specifically like his kind of humor and like sarcasm is so specific, and I honestly just really love that. Like when I was like because I was listening to the audiobook specifically in this part of the book, and I just read that and I was like, I just listened to that and I was like, so yes, absolutely. You know, that was just so fun. This book, I don't feel like it adds much plot or like more information that like we need for the main story. It's just like a fun book that I feel like is a really nice palate cleanser before book 9. This book's like because book like the tandem reads ending was not like crazy as like the previous books were because like obviously yeah, like as we were going through the book towards the end it was getting kind of crazy, but the final scene was not something like, oh my god, I actually will not survive if I don't get the next book, but it was still like an ending. And so, like, I'm really happy that I read Live and Let Lionel before I continued to the last book. And it was a really nice palette cleanser, really fun to read for you guys. But I'm drawing, like, a little fourth wing kind of thing with, like, Taryn on one side, a scale on the other side, and then Violet and Zayden, and then a little Andarna in the background. I want to show you guys. I started drawing it, but I didn't get very far. I felt like Zayden and Violet looked like stick figures. It looked so bad. Now it looks a little bit better. This is what I currently have. I don't know how much you can actually tell on this piece of paper, but I got kind of far with Taryn, and I was fixing up Zayden and Violet, and I barely started Scale, but I don't know how I feel about it right now. I'm gonna leave you guys here, okay? Bye. Hey, Bookwormies. So I know the lighting is very bad again, but I don't know. I don't know what's happening to me with filming. I don't know, guys, but I'm going to try to be better, and I will be, okay? Also, if you see the clothes over there, I don't know if you can tell or not, but those are all clothes that I look through that are mine that are A, small on me, B, I don't like. You know, so I look through all of them, which is really nice. I feel really good looking through all my clothes because that's what I did today. I was also reading, and yesterday I was too, and I'm halfway through Restless Stars. I'm loving it. I'm honestly really loving it. Like, is it giving 5-star behavior? No. But it's giving like a 4.5 currently. I feel like I'm loving the series, guys. I know that earlier on when I was reading this series, I was like, guys, this series is giving 5-star. It's gonna be a 5-star. It's gonna be a New God Tier series, which I believed for a while. And then I realized I do love it, but I don't think it's gonna be a God Tier series. I'm loving this entire series. I love every single character. I love like thinking back specifically now that I'm literally on the last book of the series, which I still find so crazy to believe, is that like looking back when I started this series, like seeing how the characters evolved from how they were. Like, guys, also my question is, what's the timeline? Has it been a year since book 1? Has it been what kind of like in their span? Not timeline, in their span. Has it been like how much has it been since they just came to Solaria? How much has that been now? Because I honestly cannot tell. I think it's been like at least a year, right? I think it's a year, which is crazy, which was crazy to think about for me because like so much has happened. No, maybe 2. But still, even then, it's crazy to me to think about everything that's happened, seeing these characters as they changed and evolved, as their relationships grew, as like everything, as we learned so much about this world, and we still are. We still are. Like honestly, book 8, like the tandem read, and then getting into book 9, like we learned so much, and we're literally on the last book, and I feel like we're always learning something new, which is crazy to think about. But I'm honestly loving it. Like I'm loving it. There's nothing that like I can pinpoint and be like, no, I actually despise this. There's nothing like that, you know. I'm just really loving it. I will continue reading it tonight. We'll see how far I get through it because I honestly don't know. Because sometimes I start reading really quickly. Like yesterday night, I was reading through it, and that's how I got to like halfway through. Because before that, I was like 25%, and like I read a quarter like really quickly. I felt like so we see. I feel like some days I feel a little bit more like sluggish and slow, and then some days I feel very fast and quick with reading. So honestly, I feel like it really depends. Ooh, I want to show you guys how my drawing is continuing for the fourth wing. I'm working on details on Tarn, specifically like muscles and all of that, and like the very nitty gritty, specifically on his legs. This took me so long for some reason. I wasn't drawing that much just because I was more so on sorting through my clothes, but that's it. And that's all I really wanted to say, guys. Is there anything else? Tomorrow I'm probably gonna be I think I'm mainly gonna be reading. I don't think I'll draw that much. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to say. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Anyways, hey Bookwormies. I'm back for an update. If that concerned anybody, wait. Actually, yeah. Yeah, much better. Much better. So guys, you'd be like, why are you filming on the bed, Romy? You literally never do that. Almost never. What are you doing over here? So I finished Restless Stars, the last book of Zodiac Academy, officially. Obviously, I still have Zodiac Academy The Awakening as told by the boys. I still have, like, the other series, which don't follow them, so that would be, like, the last one that I ever have to read, and then I would never see Darius. Like, I never have their POVs again. But yeah. I don't know why I'm getting a little bit teary-eyed, because this is, like, the last book ever that I'll read by them. This was the last book I'd ever read with them in it, which is so crazy to me. Like, guys, this series consumed me for an entire month. An entire month of me just reading Zodiac Academy. Also, by the way, I feel like you can't see me at all. Is that just me? Okay, better. Right? Better. I think so. This series consumed me for an entire month. An entire month of me reading just the Zodiac Academy, following just these characters, and to me, that's just insane. Like, guys, I've been on this journey for so long. And like, I remember how at the start of the series, I was like, oh my god, this is so addicting. Like, yes, the writing is not the most craziest, like, flourishing, amazing writing, but I'm addicted. And I went through the series and I'm like, guys, I'm addicted even more. And I'm loving it. And I remember as I was reading the series, I was like, to you guys, I was like, yeah, this is a 4.5. I'm holding out my 5-star till like later on because I know the next book is gonna be even better, you know? And then I never gave a 5-star, right? And then we get to Restless Stars. I did end up giving this a 5-star. This series in general, I would say, is a 5-star for me. I love this series. It is so good. I loved following every single character, the plot, the way that the authors aren't scared. Like, this entire series for me was a 5-star series. Like, this series consumed me. The plot, the way the authors aren't scared to kill off character, not to like just do these certain things. Like, guys, when people said that the ending from like book 5-ish to the last book are insane, I didn't expect the amount of craziness that happened. Like, I was like, how insane could it honestly get? Like, yeah, I could get insane, but probably not crazy. Yeah, I'm taking back those words, guys. It was insane. Oh my god, each ending, I was like, no, this is the worst I'll ever get. And then the situation got worse. And worse. And worse. And honestly, at the end of the day, I still love this series. I am in love. Like, the characters, the plot, the relationships we build throughout this series, and just everything. It's just everything for me. And the amount of quotes I've highlighted over the entire series. So yeah. Honestly, guys, I kind of want to get the entire Zodiac Academy series in paperback, so I have them physically. I want to buy them, honestly. Only thing is, guys, I have no space on my bookshelves. I don't know where all this ambition is coming from when I clearly have, like, zero space in my bookshelf. I need to find more space to put books. Thing is, like, I could only fit, like, a few books. Like, I could fit a few over on this shelf, but thing is, it can't sustain, like, the heaviness of many, many books. So I'd, like, give it a small series. I'd, like, put maybe the Mile High series over there, you know? But still. Anyways, I really want to, if you know, as soon as, like, I decide, oh yeah, I want to start acquiring the entire series, that's when you know it's over. It's over for me, because that means I absolutely love it. I want to show you guys a few quotes. Also, by the way, if any of you guys got the update, the final review that I put up on Goodreads and Fable when I finished reading it, you know how hard this hit me, and just know I'm okay now, a little bit, though I do kind of, like, want to cry every now and then thinking about the fact that, like, this is over. Like, the ending is not sad at all. The ending is, like, perfect, but it's just, like, the idea that, like, I'm never gonna read about these characters again. I'm never gonna be in their point of view is what kind of scares me, and that's what makes me kind of want to cry. One of them is, I feel like I can say this. This is kind of like a love confession, I sort of, but not exactly. But it's like, I love you, Seth Capella, even more than the moon loved the sky, which I love that, guys. I just want to say, like, all of the relationships, like the romantic one and the platonic ones, obsessed. And guys, the way that I despised Seth, well, I just really did not like him, like, from book 1 to like 4 or 5 maybe, and now he's like one of my babies. It needs to be studied. Like, the OG enemies to lovers is every reader hating Seth Capella when this series started. and turning to love them as the series went on. You know, which I feel like needs to be studied how they were able to do that to me, because I was like, no, I actually don't really like him. How, like, I knew that people liked him towards the end of the series, and it's like, how's that gonna happen? That ain't gonna happen to me, you know? But I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, but then he would do things that I'd be like, actually, no. And then we got to the end of the series, and I saw what they meant, and I saw what they meant, and I will never stop loving it, you know? So yeah, that's that. I just needed to say that. There's another quote, but I don't want to say it. But you know, like one quote from like the earlier books in the series, Blue Means You, and like a bunch of others are just always gonna be stuck with me. I feel like I would be a Blue Lance lover to the end of my core. Like I love Tori and Darius, but at the end of the day, I think Blue Lance is my OG fave, because Tori and Darius are more so enemies to lovers and like slow burn, because they literally, the guys, slow burn. And then um Blue Lance is not as much of that. So like, you know what I'm putting down? Like it's not that kind of, it's like they're totally different kind of relationships, and they're totally different characters, and they're totally different personalities. But at the end of the day, I think Blue Lance is my OG favorite. I love every other couple on there. I love this one, but I don't want to say it because I feel like people already know about the twins who they end up with, but the rest of the characters, like I don't feel like people know as much, so I don't want to say it. But all the other ones are also like, I love them. They're so sweet. Every one of them has their own like trademark. They all don't seem like they're like blending into be the same. They don't. They feel fresh. They feel new, and I love that. I'm just in love with this entire series. Like, there's nothing that will make me feel the wrong way. Like, I know I was like always holding back. I was like, no, this book is not a 5 stars yet. And then at the last one, I was just like, actually, I'm gonna give this a 5 stars because I have free will, and this is giving me 5-star behavior. It is giving me something that I will never forget about, which is why, at the end of the day, I'm going to be rating the entire Zodiac Academy series. In my opinion, it's a 5 stars to me. I loved it. Everything was perfection. Everything. And the last book, honestly, healed part of me, but it also broke a part of me early on. But honestly, I love one of the plot points that they did. Like, it's something that I wished, like, these characters had that interaction, and they did finally get it, and I was just so happy. I don't want to say it because it's a very, very big spoiler, so I'm going to leave with that one out of the way. But yeah, anyways, comment down below, guys, if you have read the Zodiac Academy series. If you haven't, why not? Or if you're planning to. And if you have, what did you think of it? And yeah, that's that. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed following me on this month-long journey of reading the entire Zodiac Academy series, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!